Man, I grew up around the game. My dad owned a driving range in Connecticut, my hometown, from the time I was 5 until 18. And then my freshman year at Yale, which was 1991, my dad took over a 9-hole municipal golf course a couple towns over. So I worked there during college with all my buddies, and so I've been around the game since a little kid. I was a driving range rat. At a very young age, smashing a bunch of golf balls and, hanging out there and working there. So I've been around the game a long time. This is probably the least I've played, I would say, since I've had kids. It's harder to get out there, right? You had tons of sports games and travel for Fathead, et cetera. So yeah, I love the game, been around a long time. Man, it was like a comedy skit, to be honest with you. Like some of the characters that worked there were just real pieces of work, and we had some local high school kids working there. So it was, I would say, the biggest thing I could say, it was comical, but so much fun just to get dropped off there after school and hang out there for hours and in between sports practices and stuff. It was awesome. You got to work. You got to work on your game to be good. Like I practiced so much as a kid and hit so many balls and played this par three course in my hometown all the time. And that's my biggest challenge today. Like I said, just it's hard to be good at this game if you don't play and work on your game. They're great memories. Like I said, some of those characters that worked there, my dad's driving range, were just obviously good people, but. Different. I'll say different. But I learned how great the game is. I learned how different demographics of people are love the game for different reasons. And when you grow up in a driving range, it's just it's definitely a comedy skit for sure. It's great. It's kind of, I've been playing golf for, like I said, since I was 5. I'm 53 now. I think the interesting thing is I hit a draw from the time I was 5 until 45, and then switched to a cut to try to, take that left hook out of play. My game has changed a lot over the years, but I think for me, it's just the love of the game has always been there. Getting involved in this tour has been such a blessing for me to one, have somewhere I can compete is huge, and two, I'm sure you get this all the time. Like the thing we miss about being an athlete is the locker room and the camaraderie and talking smack and all that stuff. So I'm having the time of my life. My goal is to try to work on my game a little more so I can compete, to hopefully try to win. And but in the meantime, I'm just having a good time. Well, first of all, I'm glad I don't play this game for a living. That's the first thing I want to make clear. The golf courses we played are hard. The PGA National is a very difficult course. We see with Shane Lowry, a lot of things can go wrong when, not only is this a tough golf course on its own, but, with 30-mile-an-hour winds, it becomes even harder. So, I'm very blessed to be to be able to play in this tour. I'm very lucky that my wife, is taking care of the kids while I'm away, and my teammates at Fathead are holding down the fort. But I'm going to try to play in as many events as I can. I think for business, it's great to be out here and network and be around a bunch of athletes and business people, et cetera. So I'm enjoying it. It'd be awesome, man. I think we're all out here to win, right? And our whole career, the object was to win a game or a match or whatever we did. So, I've won a few club championships at my club in LA, and that was amazing. But yeah, my goal is to win an event, and I'm coming out here every week to compete.